All right, sick. Ladies and gentlemen, the next 15 minutes together are going to be some of the most impactful minutes of your week. As I reminisce on my business ventures, as I think about my failures and my success, beyond the accolades and beyond the achievements, what stands true above everything is, first of all, who you were during that process. And instead of focusing on what you achieved, focus on who you become. I see so many people preoccupied with with money or with business success that they have fallen into the illusion or the trap that that is the end all be all of life. And the greatest things in business that I've learned are not about business. They are about myself. They're about my mindset. They are about my attitude. They're about my worldview. They're about my habits. It's just that business was that pressure point that I decided to submit myself to in order to learn these things. Now, through the challenges of life or through great things of life, because some maybe not a lot of people, because some people understand this message, but some people realize that what matters is your attitude, how you think about your situation and how you think about yourself. Now, the reason I was successful in business is because when I was making no money and I was just hustling or washing dishes, I had a great attitude. I had an attitude of abundance. I was always seeking opportunity. I was always looking for ways to level up. Instead of looking at the things that I didn't have, I looked at the things that I had. I looked at the things that I had been given. I had been given three essential things that every broke person's given. Well, many of them, because these are things given to us by God. So we're born with these things, and what we choose to do with them determine our future. And that is your time, your energy, and your attention. Your time is, well, where you put your time into, what you focus on. Your energy is your direct effort because you have to expend life force, and your attention, your focus, right? So where you accommodate your time, where you accommodate your energy, and where you accommodate your focus needs to be driven by a good attitude. Because if you have a scarcity mindset, and if you say, well, I don't have anything, I don't have a network, I don't have a connection, I don't have resources, I'm not good enough, well, that's the reality that you're going to create. Because we can both look at the same photo and perceive different things. We can both look at the same landscape or the same situation, and one of us can perceive opportunity and the other one can just perceive problems. And that's merely a shift of attitude and a shift of mindset, which is what I want to talk to you guys about today. Now, we have a private Telegram, right? And we have more people tuned in than most streamers in the world. You know why this is? It's because the message resonates with truth. And it's this message that beyond money, beyond business, and we're all going to achieve different things in life, right? It's a fallacy to assume that everybody in this chat is going to be worth $100 million or $1 billion. I know that everybody's going to become successful. Well, at least the ones that determine themselves to be. But to what extent, it'll vary. Some of you guys will make more money than me. Some of you guys will build better businesses than me. But what I've come to realize is that none of those things matter. What matters fundamentally and transcendentally is who you become in the process and how you go through the process. Imagine building a billion-dollar business and you did it in a bitter, sour, distasteful way, and you didn't enjoy the process. You wasted your life. What if you took the opposite approach? What if you were grateful? What if you were thankful? What if you had an abundance mindset and a mindset focused on positivity? Then the process, the experience, the journey, which is the true gift of life, the journey, the process, the freedom that we have to choose the things that we want to choose. That is the prize. The process is the prize. The attitude that we inhibit throughout the process dictates how well we receive the gift, because people think that the gift is the reward. No, it's the process. The reward is just the accolade, it's just the fruit that you just happen to collect after planting so many seeds. But the value comes from planting the seeds. The value comes from the effort. If it has no pain and no effort attached to it, it doesn't mean anything. That's why you see all these kids making fucking money with meme coins and they lose it all. Why? Because there was no true, energy or attention that was put into this thing. Nothing really, there was no effort. Therefore, there was no value, because money is in direct proportion to the value that you correlate to it. And we correlate it by time, energy, and attention. So the question for you is, if you're not focused necessarily on leveling up and your focus is on money, and if you're not focused on your mental well-being, if you're not focused on a life of balance, the question is why? Why have you fallen into the belief system that once you achieve X, Y, and Z, then you can permit yourself to experience a good attitude, then you can permit yourself to experience happiness, there you can permit yourself to experience fulfillment? No, because fulfillment doesn't come from an exterior validation. It doesn't come from exterior success. It doesn't come from the outside. It comes from within. That is what the word integrity comes from. Integrity comes from the word integro, which means whole or complete. So to be complete isn't to just master one area of life and to present an image of success, but it's how do you think about yourself? How do you treat yourself? How do you go about playing this game that we call life, this video game? Because we all spawned here. We're still trying to figure it out. And sometimes we listen to some people that determine or claim to know that this is the way to succeed. Many people follow that path, the path of the baby boomer: buy a retirement home, save for your 401k, retire at 70, and you'll be happy. People fell into that belief system. And once they achieved that, that's what they were told that success was. And once they got there, many people were like, whoa, I just look back and I just wasted 40 years to permit myself in some way, shape, or form in the future to experience happiness, fulfillment, contentment, and joy. Dude, you can't eat 50 fucking meals in a day. You need your daily bread, but after you've been satisfied and you have a shelter over your head and you have opportunity and access and health, everything else is a bonus. Everything else that life gives you is a privilege. And when you begin to perceive it that way, then everything else is an extra, it's a bonus. Because, dude, now I'm here in beautiful Croatia, beautiful, beautiful place. And I imagine, I see some of these old houses that are built with stone, and you can tell that people lived here long, long time ago, prior to any sort of probably formal governments or currencies. But they were still self-sustained. They still had families. They still had food. They still had shelter. They had enough. They had what they needed. And today we live in such in a society that's so focused on consumerism, because that's what we've been told is success. We've been focused on a society that is so driven by exterior success and exterior validation that we lose ourselves in the process. And when you lose yourself in the process, then you lost the game. And that's a place that you don't want to be in. You don't want to be in a place where you lose the game because you fell into what somebody else told you was truth, because you fell into what somebody else told you was reality, because you fell into somebody else told you was going to permit yourself to experience fulfillment. If you have your daily bread, if you have people that love you, if you have health, if you have a roof over your head, if you have access to the internet, to just have the possibility and the ability to build a business online and learn how to make your first $1,000 in a month, or scale and get those customers, or build that brand that you wanted to do, all these things are readily accessible. They're permissible if you allow yourself to see the opportunity and with a good attitude, capitalize on it. That is the data set. The data set is that the validation doesn't come from the outside. The success doesn't come from the outside. It comes from within. So if it comes from within, then that means that the strive of life is to polish oneself. Because when you polish yourself, you begin to refine yourself and you attract who you are. So the better you become, the better things you attract in life, the more powerful things you attract in life, because the universal law speaks for itself. Ask and you shall receive. Sow and you will reap. As above, so below. As within, so without. These are all fundamental principles of natural law and existence. And when you abide by natural law and you realize that you have enough, which is you have your time, your energy, and attention, and what you allocate that time, energy, and attention to will dictate the outcome of your life. So you can choose to live in an attitude of negativity and you will perceive everything as negative, or you can choose a mindset of abundance, wealth, prosperity, happiness, beauty, and success. Because why live a shitty life when you can live an extraordinary life? Why limit yourself? And I'm not talking financially, I'm not talking about anything in particular, because everybody has their own definition of success. Everybody has their own goals. So, but you can't limit yourself. You can't limit yourself by yourself. You can't limit yourself by your current capabilities and your current mentalities. That's why you can have to continue leveling up so that you can allow yourself to experience new things. And by experiencing new things, you will develop a new mindset. And by developing a new mindset, you will become a new person. And by becoming a new person, you will experience a new reality. And by experiencing a new reality, you will convert yourself into a new person. And by converting yourself into that new person, life becomes different. You attract different people, you attract different possibilities, you attract different opportunities, you attract different outcomes. You are in control. Control your attitude, control your mindset, understand that you're fully complete with what you have, that everything else is a bonus, is a gift, and that this video game will only be played in accordance to your ability to play it. So you'll play it with a positive attitude or a negative one. You'll play it with pessimism or not. You'll play it with positivity or not. The choice is yours. Full range. It's your life. You have to deal with it. If you wake up bitter, sour, and mad, deal with it, motherfucker. Like, nobody cares. Be pissed off. Who cares? It's your life. That's what you chose. Perfect. You're a dumbass for choosing that. I choose positivity. I choose a good attitude. I choose happiness. And even if life sucks, and it does at times, and everybody's destined to experience pain, you can prepare yourself and understand that it's part of the process, and you're thankful for the process, and you're thankful for life, and you're thankful for existence, and you're thankful for the cards that you've been dealt. And once you're thankful and grateful, life begins to open itself up to you and show you the incredible things that it has to offer. Those are the data sets. That's the truth. All the love, all the power. I'll see you guys on the next one.